A homestead is an area of land designated by a chief in which a family resides. The family includes the oldest member, who is in charge of making decisions, along with the sons, the wives of the sons, the unmarried daughters, and the grandchildren of the head of the household. Homesteads can have anywhere from 2 to 50 or more people. Traditionally, the man has his own structure for sleeping, with his wife or wives sleeping elsewhere on the homestead. However, today, husbands and wives often reside together. The homestead may also include an outside cooking area and a kraal where livestock is kept. Like most things in Swaziland, each volunteer has a unique experience with their homestead.
Everyone calls each other Sisi and Buti, or sister and brother, so you don't really know what the relationship is. And if they're older, you call them Mage or Babu, which is mother or father.
My homestead, there are 3 sisters, 1 brother, a Mage, and a Babe. So it's fairly small for a homestead. But
we live with a host mother. We have a host brother, his wife, and we also have 3 other host sisters, a bunch of dogs, chickens, cows. Anything else?
Pigs.
Pigs.
Really big pigs.
And every night I have the kids come in and I help them with their homework, and we do arts and crafts sort of things.
We like to just talk during the days, and they like to know when I'm going out, just again for my safety and security. They like to know when I'm not going to be coming back.
And so it's important to, 1, set ground rules, and 2, explain to them the cultural differences. Swazi culture, you kind of see a lot of people, it's like you can refer to people that are up to like 25, 30 as youth. And so it's kind of like this, not subjugation, but you have to go out of your way to explain your culture to the masculine head of your household.
in a given day, I can walk anywhere from, the closest is a 2-minute walk away to my local school, and the furthest I'll walk is a 2.5-hour walk to my high school in one direction.
I only know maybe a couple people in my community who have gone to university. So sometimes working with them, you have to use different approaches.
The advantage, though, of being in a rural area is that it's much more traditional than in town. The disadvantage is that everybody speaks Siswati. So if you're not very good at Siswati, and we're not, it makes it difficult to communicate on the level that we're used to communicating.
So my community, I got lucky, is pretty motivated, but in some ways it has made it more difficult because there's not much of a need, because they already know how to, go and talk to the NGOs, they already know how to organize and get funding, and so it's like, it took away like half my potential jobs, but at the same time, it was what I wanted to have happen, where the community was doing stuff for themselves.
A lot of people tell me that at their sites, stigma is really high, stigma around HIV and AIDS. It's so high that they can't talk about HIV at all. And other people, I mean, not like very directly, right? I mean, we're HIV educators, so we can talk about it, but they can't talk about HIV with somebody who has it and acknowledge that they have it. Like, people won't disclose their status. It's a little bit different in my community. Mine is pretty developed, and it's a little bit more citified. It's not a city by any stretch of the imagination. And people there are willing to talk about it. And I even know a couple of people who have t-shirts that say HIV positive.
The level of HIV in my community is very apparent, and the number of OVCs that I have, the number of sick people who are dying and really need attention, it makes it difficult to live there, but it also makes it easier to work because you can see the need and you can see the impact that you're having. I'd say just people too would, in my opinion, be the biggest luxury, because sometimes this area can be a really hard area to live in, but our community seems to want nothing more than to be amazing to us and to help us.
Since I have electricity, that means I can stay up a little bit later because just having lights after it gets dark, you don't have to burn candles or use up batteries with flashlights. I can charge my computer. I brought a laptop, and my family actually back home helped me buy a fridge, so I do have a miniature fridge here. I also have a fan that uses electricity and keeps me a bit cooler.
To keep our computer charged, we have to go to a neighbor's. It's about a quarter-of-a-mile walk, but they're really nice. They don't charge us. Other than charging the computer, we don't miss electricity. We bought some little lights that clip onto books randomly before we came. They're fantastic. We use them to read at night. And my mother-in-law gave me a hat some years ago that's got little lights on the brim. If you got to go to the bathroom at night, it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's really not that hard to adjust to. We miss air conditioning. Climate control is a really nice thing, but other than that, candlelight's nice.
Our Peace Corps medical officer teaches us how to make our water pure to be able to drink. The process includes boiling it for 10 minutes, letting it cool, and then putting it through a filter that the Peace Corps gives us, and then adding some bleach, just a couple drops. I take and I borrow my family's wheelbarrow and take my 20-liter jugs down to the borehole.
So this looks like those old mine cars, and this is how the borehole works. You've got to pump it, and it takes what seems like forever to fill up one of your buckets. It probably takes me about 5 minutes to fill up each of my 20-liter buckets.
Now we have a JoJo tank, which is just a big water tank on the property. So that's where we're getting our water now.
Yeah, our family has water brought in from Matata, and there's a river close to Matata, and Matata takes that water and they purify it, and you can buy the water at cost from there if you choose.
So this is it. This is the latrine, and so this is the toilet.
Here is my makeshift shower over here. We've got the solar shower, which, as I said, I highly recommend to have. Nice little shower curtain so I don't ruin my walls. Bath mats, which you can get all of this stuff here so you don't slip and fall.
This is the tub. So you fill up your bucket with water, and then you just put the water in here, and then you bathe.
This is my shower. I am one of 3 Peace Corps volunteers in Swaziland with a shower. Another reason why I am frequently teased for my softcore sites. See, it actually has water and stuff. Ooh, it's incredible.
This is what's called a roundaval in Swaziland. It is a typical Swazi hut. It's a round cement structure with cement floors, and mine has a thatched roof, which is made out of certain grasses here.
Well, I probably sweep 3 times a day, and I do clean my floors maybe once or twice a week and polish them. Yeah, I polish my floors just like the Swazis do. Doing your washing is a whole day event, but it's a nice day just to sit and do your washing all day.
Ordinary tasks become tedious sometimes, and then they become commonplace. Yeah. Washing dishes without running water, for example, is hard. But you get used to it, you figure out how to do it.